Aloha. 4 signs that you are going through a spiritual awakening. So first off, what is a spiritual awakening, or a kundalini rising, or even what we could call raising your vibration? So you don't go through one awakening, at least in my experience, is not how it works. You go through multiple awakenings, but this is becoming aware of things around you, becoming more aware that the physical world and the spiritual realm are not separate; they are one and the same. This can even be becoming more aware of your emotions, becoming more aware of your mental state, becoming more aware of your shadow, becoming more aware of your spiritual self. A lot of people talk about mind, body, spirit. I believe it's actually mind, body, shadow, spirit, and those four combined actually make what could be considered like your emotion or your vibrational set point at the current moment. Um, Another example of this is like raising your vibration, you're becoming more aware, is like moving up the consciousness scale that Dr. David Hawkins created. Now, these are emotions calibrated at a certain point, but the emotions are actually on the full chart explain like when you're feeling this emotion, you have this viewpoint on life and you have this viewpoint of yourself. And you believe these kinds of things, and those form a feeling, and that's what can get calibrated. So raising your awareness is even going up that scale a little bit. So this is 4 signs that you're going through a massive awakening. You're stepping into the next higher level. You're breaking through onto the other side. And so the first one is synchronicities or patterns. Now, what does this mean? Like a synchronicity is like things that line up that just like it's like, man, you can't make this shit up. Like really, that worked out that way? Crazy. This can be seeing the same number a lot. Like maybe you glance at the time and hey, it's 2:22. Then you're driving down the street and hey, gas is at 2:22. And then you go into the store and you buy something and your order ends up to be $22.22. You're like, whoa, that's weird. Like that's a synchronicity. They can even be more personal than that, where it's like you were thinking of somebody and then that person texted you, and then the person that you guys are both wanting to talk about, you end up meeting at lunch and you all just run into each other randomly. And it's like, no way, you can't make this shit up. But that is actually a synchronicity distinctly just for you. So synchronicities, patterns, repeating events are beginning to happen. That's the first sign you're going through a spiritual awakening. The second sign is your life is beginning to break down, or it's shifting. This could be like a job is falling apart, a friendship, a relationship. Maybe the last conversation you had with someone was real rocky. Maybe you just went through a breakup. Maybe you just got into a relationship. Maybe you just got a new job. It's either you're going through a current shift right now and you're starting something new or fresh, or something is breaking down. Like it's the ending of a chapter, the ending of a story. Um, Even if something's not physically happening to you, maybe life's general like vector points and situations are still the same, but you might feel like you've stepped into a new you. You might feel different, like you might feel renewed since the eclipse or something like that. That would be another sign of what's going on. Or this new moon, new me kind of vibe is flowing through you. The third one, lost, neutral. What this means is you're feeling a little bit lost in the current situation, or maybe you're feeling very neutral. Like again, with like work, life, relationships, different things. As things are beginning to break down, what's also coming up from this, or whether things are breaking down or not, you're beginning to feel neutral about a lot of things in life, or you're beginning to feel kind of at a loss. Like you're starting to kind of ask those very questions of like, what serves? Like, does this job serve? Does this relationship serve? Does this video game serve? Does my daily habits serve? Does the food I eat, like, is this serving my body? You might be asking, am I happy or not? Am I really happy in life? You might be asking, who am I? What do I want? And so like these are some of these bigger questions that might begin to come up, and it's like, why am I angry all the time at this? Who's this person I haven't forgiven? Why haven't I forgiven them? I'm kind of in a, you begin to feel very neutral and at a loss. So it's like you might be stressed and anxious about like things breaking down and shifting. You might be excited about those things, but at the same time, the things that aren't serving you feel lost or neutral, or you begin to ask those harder questions. So then the fourth one, the final one, is your emotional sensitivity. So this is kind of like your empathic abilities have been cranked up. You're feeling really emotional. Like, whoa, what is this? Why do I feel this emotion? Like somebody can say something, you're easily triggered into feeling away, or you might just hit this wave of emotion, right? And you don't even know if it's yours or the people you're around. You said empathetic abilities turned up. So you have your own natural emotions going on, but then you might be also picking up other people's emotions on a much higher level, much higher frequency. And so then you're feeling heavier or more ecstatic or more emotional. You might just want to feel like you want to cry or scream or something. So I encourage you to do some catharsis if this is what's coming up for you. And I mean, like go scream out in the mountains, go scream in a river, and scream into a pillow, go work out, go exercise, go dance, go create something, go color, go to like a glass breaking room, go throw axes, go shoot a bow and arrow, stuff like that. Get something moving because the body holds that energy and holds that memory. And whether it's yours or not, let it move through you. Let it just be a conduit right now. Emotional sensitivity, empathic abilities tuned up. You might be feeling really ecstatic and then really down the next day. You might be starting to wonder, am I bipolar now? When did that happen? That's a sign of spiritual awakening. So these are 4 signs that you're going through a spiritual awakening. Synchronicities and patterns. Life is breaking down and shifting. You're feeling lost, neutral. You're asking some of those heavier questions, and you're having emotional sensitivity. Your empathic abilities are tuned way up. If you'd like me to go more into like what empathetic abilities are, or whether you're an empath, or some symptoms or signs that you're an empath and things to be stronger, let me know. Comment down below, and I'll make a little series about empaths and so forth. Hope you're having a great and awesome day. And also, I just want to let you guys know that we are now accepting beta testers for the Golden Shadow app, which will be launching 2024 in January. Official group coaching with that will start in February. Right now, we are taking on beta members, beta founding testers. So if you'd like to apply for that and check that out, there's a link down below this video that talks about that. And you can click there, as well as there is one of these videos popping up is actually a video about being a beta member, beta tester. And if you're watching this in the future and we're past that point, then these links will still apply in some way and take you to the app or take you to a free discovery call with one of our coaches. All right, peace, love, namaste. Have a great day. Keep shifting.